Okay. Let's start the vertical. There we go. What's up, vertical? What's good? How you doing? Let's connect that. And we should be good to go. Right. Here we go with episode 3, Turnabout Legacy. Beginning, opening. Let's do it. If you missed last time, then I believe the VOD is still available on for you to go and catch up. Episode 3, Turnabout Legacy. Your 3 p.m. cake extravaganza. Oh. What shall we make today, kids?
And Judy's bake and ball.
Voice acting. Oh. Macarons, waffles with cream. Chiffon cakes that are light as a dream.
Laugh and sing, smile, it's true. All that sweetness waiting for you.
What? Where? Over there! The oven's got something special to share! Bing! Oh my god. Now let's see what we've got for you! Oh. It's cooking time! Are you ready to make something special together? Oh, why does it zoom me out like that? Oh. Merry Christmas? Wow, talk about a blast from the past. It's Eddie. Hey, Gregory. I'm going back there tomorrow with your boy. I'm finally going to find out what happened 18 years ago. Hey, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. I can't see that name all that well, but thank you. Oh, is he talking to the... Oh. Is this Eddie present talking to... Just talking to Gregory? Out loud. April 2nd. Oh, day after April Fools. 10:05 a.m. Zodiac Hall Fountain Room. Hey, alright. Well, Fender, are you finally going to tell me what we're doing here? Why have you brought me to an art gallery of all places? Hey, you had nothing going on. Seemed like the perfect chance to come and enjoy the magic of star sign stuff together. I'm leaving. Chill, big guy. I'm just joking. You know about the IS-7 incident, yeah? Your old man's last case? Of course. Montcalm took great pleasure in showing me the files as soon as I became a prosecutor. And I reviewed them again last night after your invite. See? Oh, alright. Why are you being such a dick about it? I was also present at the trial all those years ago, although my memories of it are somewhat hazy. Oh, there he is. As a child, I was completely in awe of my father. The sight of him in court was inspirational. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, and opposite him, the man who would become my mentor, Manfred von Kammer. It was quite a case. However, it ended with the conviction of the accused. Ah, so you were there too? You were in the courtroom for Gregory's final outing? Well, that'll make explaining things easier. I wanted you to know something, see? That something being what really went down. Not the truth in those files, but the capital T truth. Yep, that was Gregory. I mean, we've seen him a couple times in past cases, but those were just like flashbacks. It was 18 years ago, smack dab in the middle of a real doozy of a winter. The buildings were covered with a blanket of snow. It looked like the streets were lined with popsicles. But things weren't so innocent behind those frozen doors. In fact, some pretty sordid stuff went down. Oh? Sordid stuff. Oh, it's the young Eddie! Young Eddie! Young Eddie Fender! This was back before yours truly was a fine figure of an attorney you see before you today. What would the young Eddie sound like? 18 years ago. Ooh! A flashback? Is this the whole case? Or is this just a portion? Oh, December 24th of what year? Why is it all black and white all of a sudden? 5 p.m. Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Oh, okay. What would a young Eddie sound like? Hey, Mr. E! This one really came out of the blue, huh? It did. We were called in before the ink on the arrest papers would... It did. We were called in before the ink on the arrest papers was even dry. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. I'm here visiting a client with my assistant, Eddie Fender. A murder on Christmas Eve? What's the world coming to? In the dark of night, at the end of the day, I saw two timely saviors a-coming my way. Oh, welcome, my friends, to the visitor's room. And if we're not friends yet, I'm sure we will be soon. Whoa, whoa! Talk about an entrance. Look at the guard. Jazz hands. Ta-da! I was not expecting that. Neither was I. Sorry if I surprised you. I'm just so happy to see you both. Thank you so much for coming out. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. You're the accused, I take it. I am. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, at your service. Oh, what a classy man. I look forward to representing you. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Pleased to meet you, sir. I'll do, everything I can. Come now, Edward. Calm down, please. You'll have to forgive him. He's still new to this. He's been helping me out part-time, but he's far from fully fledged lawyer material yet. Nonetheless, I'm hoping he'll be of some assistance in investigating the particulars of this case. Gregory and Eddie, it's an honor to meet you both. My job as a defense attorney is to save my clients from wrongful convictions. So the first thing to do is establish whether or not he is truly innocent. Perhaps we could begin by having you tell us a little bit about yourself. What am I thinking? I haven't even told you my name. I'm Samson Tangaroa. Well, it really is you? Samson Tangaroa, the world's greatest confectioner? You flatter me, my young friend. And call me Samson. All my pals do. Wow, thanks, Samson. I will. I can't believe I'm meeting you in person. What were those eyes on Eddie? It is Elite Agents. He does. He's got the contoured face of one. I completely see where you're going. It seems Eddie knows something of our clients. Mr. E, it's the Samson Tangaroa, the singing, dancing, confectionery making sensation. Oh, yep. The TV show. What should we make today, kids? Macarons, waffles with cream, chiffon cakes that are light as a dream. Laugh and sing, smile, it's true. All that sweetness waiting for you. Look there. Why, where? Over there. The oven's got something special to share. Now, let's see what we've got for you. I like this. Can I have this on my wallpaper, please? I almost started dancing along. Come on. Can't be that dance. No way! I got to sing with Samson Tangaroa. This is a dream come true. Look at the eyes for a second. Look at this. This is a face that we will never see present Eddie make ever. Thanks, little pal. It means a lot to hear you say that. My apologies, but I think we need to discuss the matter at hand. Of course. I'm sure you're both very busy. All right. Where would you like me to start? Okay. What do I have in the evidence? My badge! Proof of my profession. Polishing it every day has become just another part of my daily routine. Wow! Can I show you this? Yeah. Thank you for agreeing to represent me. The scales on my badge mean something, Mr. Tangaroa. They represent justice and fairness. We'll see to it that you get a fair trial, and if you're innocent, you will walk free. But until then, I'm going to need you to sit tight and trust me. I will. I do. Thank you. All right. Tell me about yourself, Samson. More. So you're not just a confectioner, but also a singer and a dancer. I sure am. When I'm having fun, my body just starts moving. You must really enjoy making desserts. Wouldn't be much of a confectioner if I didn't. I live to make sweets that will bring joy to others. Hey, they're not just things. They're works of art. Sparkling, dazzling, mouth-watering creations. The stuff that dreams are made of. So he aims to create joyous and inspirational pieces, does he? Alright, more about the incident, please. I understand that the incident in question happened at your mansion. It did. We were holding an international confectionery contest there when a body was found inside one of my creations. Oh! Inside one of your... No way! No way indeed, what the hell? The detective in charge placed me under arrest because of it, and now, here I am. But I could never take a life. Never! I'm sure the police will see that too in time. They'll realize their mistake. I sure hope so. And what can you tell us about the victim? His name is Artie Frost. He was taking part in the contest. Mr. Frost was a wonderful confectioner. His creations were things of real beauty. I just don't understand. Why did he have to die? I'm sorry. He seems genuinely upset over the victim's death. I think I have a pretty good measure of the man now. Mr. Tangaroa, there's at least one last thing I need to confirm with you. You didn't kill Mr. Frost, correct? Correct. I swear to you I didn't do it. Like I told you, I could never take a life. Never. He seems quite sincere. Alright, I'm going to take you at your word. Thank you for being so forthright with me. Likewise, it's good to talk to somebody other than those detectives.
What?
We'll head to the scene of the crime and see what we can learn. We'll be in touch when we have something more to tell you. Goodbye, Gregory. Goodbye, Eddie. I'm counting on you both. Okay. December 24th, 6 p.m. Contest venue, fountain room. This was in the past. This is, well, we're still in the past, but looking in the past, it's all Christmassy and stuff. It's pretty cold out there, huh, Mystery? I never saw so much snow. Yes, and it doesn't seem like it will be letting up anytime soon. But just look at this place. What a sweet house Samson's got. It's huge. Yes, big enough to hold an international confectionery contest, no less. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Come on in, we'll have some fun. Oh, is this Julie? Oh, no. Are you alright? I'm sorry. Would you happen to be Mr. Gregory... Would you happen to be Mr. Gregory Edgeworth by any chance? I would. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Eddie Fender, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, welcome to our humble abode. Oh, it's Judy, sorry. Judy Bound, it's an honor to meet you both. I'm the housekeeper here, and Mr. Tangaroa's assistant. You're no housekeeper. You're Judy Bound, the Judy Bound. You know a little something of my work? A little? I watch you on TV every chance I get. I'm Bacon Bop's biggest fan. It's very kind of you to say so. We'd be nothing without our fans. And what might Bacon Bop be? It's only the biggest show on TV. Every kid on the planet loves it. How old is Eddie here? The dynamic duo of Samson and Judy make delicious sweet stuff, all while singing and dancing. Like this, check it out. Here we go again. What shall we make today, kids? I want to see if I can do the melody. Cookie dough, caramel too, coffee chocolate cream, tiramisu. Everyone, come along, baking treats with a smile and a song. There, ooh, where, ooh, there it's true. The oven's got something special for you. Bing! Just take a bite and you will see. Next cover incoming? That was a wonderful performance, Mr. Fender. Bravo! I dance along every time I watch the show. Perhaps Miles might enjoy it too. I'll suggest it later. Aw. But all this dancing really takes it out of a guy. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm the world's worst hostess. Here,
Nothing relaxes the body and mind quite like a cup of tea.
In a star-shaped cup.
Clink, clink, clatter, clatter. Clink, clink, clatter, clatter, boom.
How do you drink out of that? What side do you drink out of? This is Ceylon, correct? It's delicious. Its citrus aroma is said to improve one's ability to concentrate, as I recall.
Interesting. So this is what Ceylon tea tastes like, huh?
How odd. The sauce is cold.
Yes, it's so that the tea cools down more quickly, I'm afraid. Some of our guests don't like it too hot.
I see. Those teacups are very unique too. The design is really something.
You think so? Thank you so much. I ordered them all the way from France. They're my absolute favorite. They were designed by a marvelous sculptor named Paul Halik. Have you ever heard of him? He makes the most amazing tableware in the world.
You're clearly a big fan of his work.
Oh, I am. These teacups are my greatest treasure.
That's where Miles gets his gesture from. Like father, like son, you know? She's certainly not afraid to show when she's passionate about something. If you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to move on to the reason we're here. Can you tell us everything you know about the unfortunate incident that occurred earlier?
Of course. I'm sorry for getting so distracted. I guess I'm still in shock. Because I'm the one who found the body, you see.
You discovered the victim? Is it true that the body was recovered from inside one of Mr. Tangaroa's creations?
It is. We were in the middle of the contest's final judgment phase when I heard the sound of something big collapsing coming from Samson's room.
That sounded like a real crunch.
Samson, are you in there? Ah!
I should have done this.
I opened the door and went inside, and there was Mr. Frost's body.
Thank you. I'm sorry to make you relive such a traumatic experience.
Think nothing of it, please. I only wish I had more to tell you.
Now, if you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to begin our investigation of the crime scene.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, you have to save Samson. He's no murderer. He could never do something like that.
Of course.
Leave it to us, Miss Bound. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll go serve the others their tea, then.
Come, Eddie, to the scene of the crime.
Yes, sir, Mr. E.
Oh, shoot! Hey, buddy! December 24, contest venue, Tangaroa's room. Oh, I got orange already.
No way! Everything in this room is made of chocolate! I can't believe I'm getting to see so many of Samson's creations this up close and personal.
I might be more excited myself if the room wasn't a murder scene.
Ugh. Just hearing you say that sends a shiver down my spine.
That might just be the temperature in here. It's rather cold.
Yeah, now that you mention it, it is pretty chill. Achoo!
Defense on the scene already. That was fast. A pleasure to meet you. Gregory Edgeworth. I'm representing Mr. Tangaroa. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender.
Nice to meet you.
Bad. Detective Tyrell Bad.
The detective in charge is named Bad, a man of few words.
What? Something about this just doesn't taste right.
What?
You're eating your notepaper? He likes to chew over his thoughts rather literally. I'm afraid. It helps him to digest and remember them. Does this man ever poop then? I assume that if he poops it out, then he doesn't remember anymore. It's a little quirk of his. Please try to ignore it. Although I'd be the first to admit that it's easier said than done. With introductions out of the way, Detective Bad, would you mind if we joined you in the investigating the scene? Sorry, not gonna happen.
What? How come? Mr. Edgeworth is Mr. Tangaroa's attorney.
Yeah, and attorneys would do anything to get him off the hook. Even put words in their client's mouth. You think I need that on my crime scene?
Mr. Edgeworth would never do something like that.
I don't trust attorneys. Okay, kid. Detective, you established my client's supposed guilt based on an investigation of the crime scene, correct? That's usually how it works, yeah. What of it? Then extend me the same courtesy. I believe he is innocent, and I would like the chance to prove it. You believe he's innocent? You didn't even see the scene yet? That's some flimsy lawyering. That's exactly why I wish to see the scene for myself. I need to ensure that my belief is based on solid evidence and sound reasoning. You about to tell me you're not leaving until I let you look over the scene? I am. Fine. Knock yourselves out. Thank you, Detective. Lollipop? Yeah, it's the same lollipop, dude. How long has he been sucking on that thing? But I'm coming around with you. Like I said, I don't trust attorneys. If you're good with that, go ahead and get to it.
That was a lollipop the whole time?
I must admit I didn't see that coming either. Okay, you better get started then. I'll need you to take notes, Eddie.
On it, mystery!
Let's get this over with. Begin investigation! Alright. I think this sounds a little delayed on my end, so let me just do a little bit of this. That's not do that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, can I talk to Bad? Can I talk to Eddie?
A real crime scene! This is so exciting!
This isn't a game, Eddie. I need you to take it seriously.
Don't worry, mystery. I'm taking notes on everything.
You are? What kind of notes?
Notes about how all this delicious stuff is made. Can't wait to try it for myself.
I'm not playing around, Edward. Take this seriously.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay, let's go from left to right here. Take a look, see at this. The Red Rover and the Crimson Tide. It looks like this title is the inspiration for everything on display here in this room. The ship and the treasure chest, of course, but also all the other nautical objects on display. It's certainly a suitable grand theme with which to showcase Mr. Tangaroa's talents. Okay. Telescope? This is a fine selection of nautical paraphernalia. You think one of them could be the murder weapon? No, they're all made of chocolate. You'd have a hard time bludgeoning someone to death with one of them. I can't tell what's real in here. They really do look genuine. I can only tell the difference myself. A true testament to Mr. Tangaroa's skills. Real or chocolates! Remember that fad? Remember that trend? Real or chocolate, and then you bite into it? What are you investigating, officer?
Sir, I was just taking the temperature of the water here.
And what have you learned?
Oh, it's warm, sir. The steam in each room flows into the main fountain, and then the water is circulated back into the rooms.
Usually, unusual to say the least. I've never seen a house quite like this one. Rich folks, they're all crazy. Okay, so the water is warm. We get glean from that. How's it looking over here, officer? Nothing of interest in that cupboard, or... Yes, sir! So, there is? Oh, no, there isn't. Just a blowtorch used for cooking and some tableware, sir. You heard the man, Mr. Attorney. Nothing to add, am I right? No. So, you do have something to add? Oh, no. Can't get a straight answer out of anybody. Perhaps you should ask a straight question. True. And not one of those... Never mind. That's the crime scene. So let's look around some more here. There's a fine selection of nautical paraphernalia. Could be the murder weapon. Oh, okay. Same thing. There's this guy here. Fridge? A well-equipped kitchen, as one might expect. Sadly, it doesn't look like there's much to be found in the way of clues. Nothing of interest in the fridge either. We checked. Okay. Stove? There's some very tasteful tableware here, along with some kitchen utensils. This tea set is the same design as the one Miss Bounds served us with earlier.
You think Samson could have been drinking tea out of that?
The pot and cup were dusted for prints. His were the only ones they found. And was that the case for the utensils too? Everything else had been washed, so there weren't any prints to find. And if Mr. Tangaroa was wearing gloves while he was working at the confectionaries, that could explain why prints were only found on the teacup and pot. Teacup and pot? Teapot and cup. Mr. Tangaroa's teapot, a Paul Halleck piece with Tangaroa's fingerprints on it. Okay. Cool. Got that. Okay, let's talk. Should we talk to this guy? That guy seems important. Let's see if we talk to Bad. What is it? What do you think of my badge? Attorneys are bad luck. Nothing good ever happens with you guys around. You trample the scene, jump to conclusions. You really think all that of us? Me included? Not a yes, but not a no either. How about this? T-Bot? I'd like your opinion on this, if you don't mind. I do. If there's one thing I hate, it's small talk. It seems he only cares about things that are directly related to the incident. Okay, fine. Can you tell me about yourself? Oh, no, I can't present... I forgot. Can't present profiles. Notice anything? You're doing this all wrong. An investigation's like a popsicle. You walk around the scene, look at stuff, talk to witnesses. Everything you do, it's like a lick of that popsicle. Slowly, you eat away at it. And like this lollipop, until all that's left is a stick. And written on that stick is the truth. Or a joke, depending on the popsicle. And I suppose I'd better hope it doesn't say guilty. Okay, let's talk to this guy. And you are? Oh. Sorry, meditating. Did you want something, detective? Oh, I'm an attorney, not a detective. Gregory Edgeworth, a pleasure to meet you. And I'm his assistant, Eddie Fender. I see. Name's Carmelo Gusto. I'm a confectioner, here for the contest. You are? What's your specialty, Mr. Gusto? Oh my god. Oh. 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 A dog. The art of air and sugar. No way! Look at that! It's a little baby seahorse! It's a dragon. A noble soaring creature to the skies. That's a dragon? It does look more aquatic than airborne. No need to sugarcoat it. My design sense is weak. I know that better than anybody. That's why I'm heading to Zhangfa, where this is all over. When this is all over, I need to train hard. That's a cool specialty, yeah. Sugarcoat? Those confectionaries. Perhaps we should get off the subject of his design sense for now. So what are you doing in here, Mr. Gusto? I didn't think they were allowing civilians on the scene yet. Detective wanted to know more about one of the pieces in here. Makes sense, seeing as he's a contestant. Perhaps I should ask him a few questions on my own. The hat matches the scar mark. Like he got that while he was wearing the hat. Or he just lets, maybe he just needs to let the scar breathe, you know? Even though it's a scar. Present my badge? Interesting design. Yes, I could do something with this. Can I borrow it? Oh, I'm afraid not. It's rather important. I can't bear the thought of it coming to any harm in Mr. Gusto's hands. Very protective. You know anything about this teapot? Ugh. Sorry, meditating. Did you want something, detective? As I told you, I'm an attorney, and I was hoping you'd take a look at this. Is he meditating again? Perhaps I better present him with something more meaningful. Okay. Tell me more about Carmelo Gusto. Gusto? There are some interesting implements you use, Mr. Gusto. A cat. Chicken! Sugar blowing pumps. They put air into the sugar. They're so cool. It's like watching a sword master do his thing. I'm no master. Not a day goes by that I don't hurt myself one way or another. That's why I wear red. That way it doesn't matter when I make a mess. The way of the confectioner is a lonely one, and you never stop learning. Not until you die. The way of the confectioner sounds like a long one, too. If he's still injuring himself on a daily basis. Tell me more about the contest, then. To be fair, Gregory is wearing, like, a detective's coat. Yeah, it's more detective-like more than anything. It's not like what Edgeworth wears today. Well, I guess that was inherited from Von Karma, but... What can you tell us about the contest? Based on what we've seen so far, flavor doesn't seem to be the only criteria at play. The contest was Tangaroa's idea. It's about art. Confectionery as art. Confectionery as art? Art you can eat. Every part of it. Every single item in this room is edible. The whole place kind of does smell like chocolate. Tangaroa is a genius. A once-in-a-generation talent. Flavor and flair. He has it all. And if you can't outdo the god of confections himself, you can't win. I don't know, man. Beating out the greatest in the world seems kind of hard, yeah? As it should be. Whoever beats him becomes the greatest in turn. That's the real prize here. Nothing else matters. So you're competing for a title, effectively. And a treasure. The ultimate cookbook. Tangaroa's most prized possession. If you want to know more, it's all written down here. Oh, it's a list of rules that was given out to the contestants. Nice. Thank you. Can you read it? The winner of the contest gets to call themselves the world's greatest confectioner, and that's my goal. After that, I'm going to Zhangfa to own my crafting skills. Once my creations look as good as they taste, I'll be truly unstoppable. Shouldn't he have perfected that before entering the contest? True. More about the incident, please. Sorry, I don't know much about what happened. I only heard about it after the judging was over. How was the judging organized? It started at 3 p.m. Tangaroa began making the rounds right around then. He left his own room, then worked his way around the venue clockwise. Okay, so out one door in the other. My creations were the first to be judged. Scones' room? Oh. After that, he went to Scones' room. She's another one of the contestants. What can you tell us about her? Ruthless. Brutal. There's nothing she wouldn't do to win. She was working with Cream, some kind of dreamscape. Next was Frost. Then, the last of all, Frost's room. His thing was flavored ice. Sculptures this time, or so I heard. Bound found the body, while Tangaroa was still making the rounds. She panicked, ran to call the cops. Tangaroa went right on judging, claims he didn't know a thing about it until afterwards. Went ahead and looked over the victim's work, even though the guy was nowhere to be seen. Pretty suspicious behavior if in anyone's book. I don't have enough information to challenge him on that yet. By the way, Detective Bad, what were you and Mr. Gusto talking about earlier? I was going to ask about the piece on the wall here. The one in the frame. Seemed like something was off. Oh. Though I'd better ask somebody who knows about this stuff. But then you bozos showed up and pulled me away from my very important work. Perhaps we could take a closer look at it together. Can't take a hand, can you? Mr. Gusto, would you mind helping us out? Of course! Confectionery is my life! If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Unlike somebody... Alright. Missing candle. A candelabra made of chocolate. Missing flame, I should say. There's a title here. The Light of Life. Well, this particular light seems to be missing one of its life-giving flames. Does it have some sort of symbolic meaning? Or could it be... Indeed. What the hell is this? Looks like a fire alarm. Does it? Yeah, before you start prodding it, it's not made of chocolate. Push it and bells will start ringing. People will come running from the security room. A whole bunch of hassles, so don't. I know you want to, but don't. What'd I tell you about don't? Honestly, the thought never crossed my mind. Typical attorney. What does being an attorney have to do with anything? Is it because Bad pulled it? Is it because he pulled it? Is it because he pulled it? Diary of Despair. A Diary of Despair. It's a journal, belonging to the captain of the chocolate ship, also made of chocolate. A Diary of Despair. That's some title. Come, hearken, see how we crossed the sea, and rode the red tide to misery. Quite the jaunty rhyme for such a tragic-sounding tale. So, the painting now? A picture. Sorry, the chocolate picture. Oh, I see now. I see where we need to look. Who knew you can make a picture this pretty out of chocolate? Samson really is a god among men. Is it really made of chocolate, though? It looks far too much like a regular illustration to me. You have a good eye. I'm impressed. That's no piece of candy. That's the ultimate cookbook. The ultimate cookbook. In other words, the grand prize.
What? So it's not made of chocolate after all?
No, the book is simply enframed in some. The book is simply enframed in some. Tangaroa showed it to. Sorry, I have trouble reading today. Tangaroa showed it to all of us when he gathered us here to explain the rules. So the participants knew that the grand prize was in the room the whole time. Anyway, you see it too, right? The frame. Something's missing. Ah, the oddity Detective Bad was going to ask Mr. Gusto about earlier, yes. You're right, Detective. Something is missing from this frame. So it's not just me.
Huh? What's missing?
I better show Eddie which part of the frame is missing some chocolate. Right over here, my good man. Look at the detective work here in the corner. Something's missing, no?
Oh yeah! It's different from the other side.
That's not like Tangaroa. The balance is all wrong. But that's not all. Take a look around. Every confection in this room is missing some small bit.
You're right. The candle holder, the nautical stuff, they're all like that. Did somebody deliberately damage them?
Tangaroa's creations have been tampered with in several places. Delicious places. That's a very good question. Or did Tangaroa just want it to look like somebody messed with his work?
He'd never do that to his own creations. Never!
Could this have some deeper meaning for the case? Must scour the scene and inspect nook and cranny! we did that, we inspected that. Let's take a good look at this over here, then. Are these finger marks? Yeah, we don't know whose yet. Still haven't figured it out. No fingerprints, no ID. Finger marks without prints. They could certainly be important to the case. They could be just too smudged because it's chocolate.
It's a real head scratcher, all right.
Not really. I'm guessing whoever it was wore gloves.
Aw, where's your sense of romance? Of adventure?
That doesn't tend to be much of either of the crime scene, Eddie.
Come on, how about a hug?
Achoo! Are you alright, Eddie?
Yeah, but it sure is chilly in here.
Yes, it wasn't exactly warm out in the fountain room either. But it's even colder in here. Would you like to borrow my jacket?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, that's nice.
And besides, you said you'd give it to me when I finally got my attorney's badge.
I did, didn't I? Why do they have the heat down so low?
Chocolate needs to be kept at the right temperature. Take a look behind that panel on the wall.
What panel?
Where? Look at that! It was here this whole time! There's one in each of the contest rooms. Tangaroa hid them so that they wouldn't spoil the aesthetic of our works.
And what do the controls do?
They adjust the temperature and the lighting. Goes all the way down to negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit, cold enough to keep any confectionery from melting.
So in effect, each room is a giant freezer. That's kind of neat. Very niche, but very neat.
It's 59 degrees in here. No wonder I'm cold. Hey, Detective Bad, you, mind if we turn it up a little?
Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work.
But I'm not a detective.
The same goes for attorneys, Eddie. We must never disturb the scene of a crime.
Huh. Get used to the cold. It's all part of your training. Chocolate needs to be kept between 59 and 65 degrees. There's no way around it.
You know the temperatures by heart, huh? Guess it is your job.
It's the very least I should know. Any real confectioner should be able to tell you that and more.
Alright, what about lollipops and cream?
If it's not too hot or too humid, a lollipop should be fine just about anywhere. Cream needs to be kept at around 50 degrees.
Need to watch out for heat and humidity, huh? Duly noted.
I mean, you're eating it all the time. I mean, I don't think you have to worry, dude. Detective Bad kind of brightened up when he was talking about lollipops, didn't he?
I suppose he must be very fond of them.
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
I don't believe there is any more to be found here. We looked at everything. Sure. Okay, fine.
So now...
Now what?
What can you tell me?
Think about the contest rules. Opinion on this. Okay, doesn't know. Seems the culprit makes sure to wear gloves. Couldn't lift squat
Ads
from those
starting
finger marks.
soon. Snooze 'em or lose 'em. Your viewers, that
But perhaps you can extrapolate something about their owner from the size of the fingers, for example. It's not as easy as it sounds. Sorry, but these finger marks are pretty worthless as evidence goes. There's no need to be hasty, detective. After all, even the absence of fingerprints tells us something of interest, don't you think? You lawyers have an answer for everything, don't you? I'll take that as a compliment. Okay. Can I show you the fingerprint marks? Nope, he doesn't want anything to do with them. Okay, fine. There's a fine line. I think we should be able to piece some stuff together. Then, using our logic.
Ads
Oh, we have
starting
nothing.
now.
Oh, there's ads. Okay, that was pretty fast. We will continue this after ads. And in the meantime, get some water, get some snacks. I think my mic is doing the thing again. Hold on. Okay, I think it worked. I think it actually worked. Hi, Lily. How are you? Welcome back. Good to see you again. How you doing? Welcome. We're just playing some more Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Prosecutor's Gambit. We're on the third case. The case from 18 years ago. That's older than some users on YouTube. A lot of users. Yeah. Hope you're doing well. I got fruit, by the way. Mark it on your bingo cards. Boop 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 boop. Bang 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 bang. Ba da da boom 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 ba ba da ba doom boom 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 ba ba da ba doom. Oh, we haven't actually looked at the crime scene in the middle. I forgot. That's very kind of you, Lily. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. That makes me very happy. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, how you been? How you doing? Hope you are well. We're doing some investigative work as a defense attorney. As Edward's dad, Gregory.
Gregory, you're my superstar. Gregory. Happy birthday. Pizza, games, and cake. Open up your presents until your tummy aches. You are 1 year older on your special day.
Okay. Big stretch here. Ooh. Wah. Okay. Oh, welcome back from the ads, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back from the ads. Let's get back to it. What time is it for you right now? It's 9 p.m. I'm Eastern time right now. 9 p.m. Let's look at the crime scene, dude. You haven't looked at it yet. So this is where the body was discovered. Yeah, they took it away already, but everything else is just how we found it. Okay. Look over. Oops. It's really rather impressive making an entire ship out of chocolate. That's Samson Tangaroa for you. Don't you just want to take a big bite out of it? Which part to bite first, though? That's the real head scratcher, you know? Buy any part of it, kid, and you'll be off this crime scene so fast your head will spin.
Hey, it was just a joke. Stop staring at me like that.
I do sometimes wish Eddie could keep his cool a little bit. Damn. Okay, let's look from right to left here. There's a plaque on there, some broken pieces. 7:06 right now, so you must be Mountain Time. Because I believe that is 2 hours. You're 2 hours behind. We're 2 hours ahead. Voyage of the Red Rover. It's titled Voyage of the Red Rover. I wonder how it tastes. You know what? I'm not sure what quality of chocolate they use for these kinds of creations. I'm not sure if it would necessarily be the best tasting chocolates. I don't know. I've never had the opportunity to dig into one of them. You know, I've seen chocolate things being made before, but I have never gotten a chance to taste some of it. After sailing the seven seas, the legendary ship happens upon a great treasure at last. This piece is a tribute to the adventurous spirit of our ancestors. Who knew? So they sailed 6 whole seas before they found anything? Not exactly the luckiest crew out there. Sometimes you gotta take the bunch of wrong turns before you find the truth. That's what being a real detective is all about. Did they even have detectives back in those days? Hey Lily, well if you keep at it, if you just keep at it, then you'll get there. You keep at it, believe in yourself. It sounds cliche, but you know, the hardest part is starting. The hardest part is to start. One of the stands for the ship is broken. The ship collapsed because one of its stands broke. Is that chocolate or no? That's probably not chocolate. Chocolate stands. The ship must have collapsed onto the treasure chest and smashed it open. Wait, do you think... Could that be how the victim died? He was crushed by the ship? If he was, this becomes an accidental death and not a murder. You too serious? Don't worry, detective. For the moment, we're simply discussing a possibility. I was being serious, though. Drew! Okay. Nothing much here. Are these waves chocolate? Or is this just part of the scenery dressing? Alright. Let's finally take a look. Yeah, oh, yeah, wait, hold on. Sorry. I think they are. You know what? Could very well be. It appears the body was inside the treasure chest. Yeah, a woman by the name of Bound found it.
Samson, are you in here?
Seems like she heard something breaking and came in to see what it was. Sound of something breaking. What was the sound Bound heard coming from Tangaroa's room? Hey Lily, yeah, I know it sucks sometimes, but you got to stay in school. You learn a lot there, and especially if you want to, you know, get into a profession that you want. So stay in school and do good in school. Get good grades. Don't procrastinate. Don't do it. I don't mind the suspicious. Don't mind the suspicious bite shape in the ship. Simple. What did we say about eating the crime scene? What have we always told you? Good answer. Yo, what up, she? Yo, what up? Yo, what up? Yo, what up? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome. Want some chocolate? All of this is chocolate, except for this part here. Except for that part's not chocolate. The body markings in there, but everything else around it, chocolate. Dang it! There was tea. Tea? There's tea? Oh, spill. What he said. Welcome, she. Welcome. It's Spider She, everybody. My button working? Nope, still. If only we had just a little more information. There's something else in here. Huh. It looks like a seal of some kind, with somebody's initials and an intricate shape carved into it. Is it for making those fancy wax things on documents? Do you think it would belong to the victim? No idea, but it's gotta get logged anyway, so I'll take that. Let's see. Backwards. HP? PH? A seal that was found near the body when it was discovered. What could the design signify? Everything is chocolate if you believe hard enough. You know what? Words of wisdom right there. Detective, can you tell us a little bit more about the state of the victim's body? Let me see. Got a picture here someplace. You can see for yourselves. Ooh. Okay, so it appears... Yeah, blunt force trauma. That was from blunt force trauma. Victim was struck and killed with some kind of blunt object. Metal. Metal. And what about the weapon? Has it been found yet? You can ask the prosecutor in charge about that. Detective's not one for sharing much, I see. Would you mind if we borrowed this? Yes. No skin off my nose. It's not like it's official. Bound took it with an instant camera when she found the body. An instant camera? Like it's disposable or something? No, it means it develops the pictures right there when you take them. No way! Sounds pretty convenient. Now then. I better get my facts straight and take down some notes of my own. There's something in this picture that contradicts with the current crime scene. I'll need to call on my powers of deduction to figure out why. Crime scene notes. The police have taken taken custody of the body. Okay. So now I think we have everything? Now I think so? Hopefully. Oh wait, hold on. What's this? Gloves. Tangaroa wore them when he was working on his masterpiece over there. They're conveniently good at hiding fingerprints too. I suppose it's possible to employ them in such a manner. But is it really all that suspicious to find a pair of gloves in the kitchen like this? I'm a detective. Everything's suspicious. That's the job! You stupid fool! Okay. Anything else here? I don't believe there's anything more. Okay, cool, fine. If you say so. Well, thank you, Lily. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's use those deduction skills. Why not? So let's see. One of the stands broke. I guess that's the sound of something breaking. Yeah. The stand broke and the ship collapsed with it, and the loud sound it made brought Miss Bound running. Yeah, said the ship already keeled over by the time she got in there. But why did the stand collapse? What caused it to break? Maybe the whole thing was off balance from the get-go. Could that really have been the case? Why did it break? Because it was damaged already? Someone had been tampering with it? Yeah, okay. All of Mr. Tangaroa's creations are missing a little piece each, including one of the stands that was holding up the ship. Somebody really went all out. Do you think it could have been the killer? It's certainly a possibility. Either way, I think we can safely say the stand was damaged in our mystery person's tampering spree. And when it broke, the ship fell and smashed up on the treasure chest, which would have remained closed otherwise. Okay. Let's see. Can we present something to you again? Is that more? Know what the seal is? Nope. Doesn't know. How about the finger marks? Nope. I think I did that already. Privacy notes. Maybe Bad has something to say. Would have something to say about this, then. Oh, hold on. Scene of the crime. Nothing has been moved since the body was found, correct? Preserve the scene. That's rule number 1 of any investigation. They took the body away, but everything else, untouched. Could you tell us a little more about the state of the body before it was taken away? Bound took a picture. You'll have to make do with that, Mr. Lawyer. I got the feeling that the good detective is none too fond of defense attorneys. Probably best not rely too much on him and search the scene for clues and contradictions myself. But we have already. Seal. What a weird seal. If you use it like a stamp, it'd come out as PH, right? But if it's just for show, like a ring, it appears to say H9, I believe. H9. Hit 9, maybe? Someone's hitting streak? Nah, seems unlikely. It sounds like Detective Bad might be a fan of baseball. Baseball! This case, it's... well, I can't get my head around a few parts of it. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like some more information about the scene of the crime. Sure, you got legs, don't you? Try using them. That's how the pros do it. Duties may differ, Detective, but we both want to get to the bottom of what happened, don't we? Wouldn't it be better if we worked together? The detective clearly sees himself as a strong silent type. I suppose that is also how the pros do it. Oops. Finger marks? I already did this, okay. Alright. Is there anything more we have to look at here? Okay. Let's see. Oh, deduce. Deduce what? Oops. Deduce what? Oh, the bottom of the chest is broken too. What am I deducing here? If it was a blunt force trauma to the head, and the ship crashed open here, then it wouldn't have... Huh. Really? Okay, I don't have any... I really don't have anything? I have the one thing. I don't know. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Oh, so it was... okay. Be related to the evidence somehow? Yes. That would be the... like the frame figure marks, I think? Eureka! Consider the relationship between the evidence and what we see before us. There's a contradiction. I'm considering the ship before us, and how you're lucky it's made of chocolate. Otherwise, you'd be on it right now, floating down that little stream over there. Not exactly the most pleasant way to be ejected from a crime scene. Ooh, kaboom! Calm down and think it over one more time. I'm certain there's something missing that ought to be here. I know it's this.
Eureka!
Oh, okay. So I just had to... oops! Doy. Alright. You said the only thing that has been removed from the scene is the body. Yeah, that and the piece of cloth it was wrapped in. And something here doesn't quite add up. It doesn't? Take another look at the scene in front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing. You're right. Don't remember anybody mentioning they'd move the blood along with the body. Let me check with forensics. What is it, Mr. E? What did you figure out? Compare the treasure chest in the photograph to the real thing. Did it melt away from the blood? In the picture, the solid chocolate bottom continues underneath the deceased's head. And yet, that part of the chest is now gone.
The part with blood all over it.
Exactly. So did the police remove it, or perhaps the killer? It wasn't forensics. They're saying nobody took anything like that away. Interesting. So somebody deliberately removed the blood from the scene? Could be. The body... so those have been updated, sure. Complete! Okay, there we go. That took way too long. Sorry about that. I think we're about done here for now. Alright. Well, if I wasn't convinced before, I am now. Tangaroa did it. No two ways about it.
What do you mean?
All the rooms in this place, locked from the inside. The only way to unlock them from the outside is with this key. I see. And who had access to that key? Who do you think? Tangaroa. And it's the only one. There aren't any copies. The one and only key that unlocks every door in the mansion. Tangaroa was in possession of it the entire time. So the master key to the mansion? With the mansion key, Tangaroa could slip into anybody else's room, anytime he liked. And he could even lock his own room from the outside if he wanted. But Mr. Tangaroa's room wasn't locked, was it? Nope, which is exactly what makes him a suspect. Would you care to explain your thinking? Oh, yeah, baby. All right. First argument of the day. Why I think Tangaroa did it. If the door had been locked when the body was found, Tangaroa would have been the obvious suspect, which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room. And why he smashed in the lid of the treasure chest so the body was on full display. Everyone was supposed to gather in his room when the judging finished up, so he made it look like the murder happened while he wasn't there. The one thing he didn't plan on was Bound finding the body. Anyway, that's my thinking on this whole thing. Good enough for you, Mr. Attorney? You also believe it was Mr. Tangaroa who damaged the other pieces in the room? Yup. I know you have to believe your client. That's your job. But I'm a detective, and I serve the law. And no matter how squeaky clean somebody might seem, a suspect is still a suspect. I fully understand your reasoning, detective. Now, would you mind if I applied a little critical thinking of my own? Do your worst. Just as a detective won't compromise his devotion to the law, I won't compromise my beliefs either. And I'm not about to just accept his version of events. In fact, I'm going to show him the piece of evidence that highlights the contradiction in his claims. Let's do it. Let's freaking do it. Okay. If the door had been locked when the body was found, Tangaroa would have been the obvious suspect. Hold it! That's hardly solid grounds on which to base your suspicion of Mr. Tangaroa, detective. That's hardly solid grounds to start shouting objections left and right on, Mr. Attorney. Maybe quit interrupting and let me finish. Which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room. Hold it! And why would he deliberately not lock his door? Because if he'd locked it, he might as well have held up a sign saying he did it since he had the only key. But maybe it was just a coincidence. Maybe he just left it unlocked without meaning to. He just happened to leave it unlocked, and somebody just happened to find the body inside? Come on, kid. You'd never make a detective think... you'll never make detectives thinking like that.
But I don't want to be a detective. I want to be an attorney.
I'd be grateful if you stopped trying to steal my apprentice. Look, there's a reason why Tangaroa left his door unlocked. And why he smashed in the lid of the treasure chest so the body was on full display.
Hold it!
You're saying Mr. Tangaroa himself deliberately smashed the treasure chest open? Yup, if he hadn't, the body would have never been found. I struggle to see how he managed to destroy his creation while judging the contents at the same time.
Exactly! And besides, there's no way he would have disrespected his sweets. He eats every last crumb on Bacon Pop while dancing. That's the only way his stuff gets destroyed.
This isn't what happens on TV, kid. You know about Bacon Pop, detective? Am I the only one who isn't familiar with this show?
Wow, I never would have guessed. Can you sing the theme song too?
Never mind that now. Focus. Later. The point is this. Tangaroa was responsible for breaking that lid. Everyone was supposed to gather in his room when the judging finished up.
Hold it!
The judging began in Mr. Gusteau's room, correct? Yeah. Kinda wanted to check his hard candy stuff out myself. In that case, how about the demonstration?
A dog. A dog!
Well, it's you, Detective.
Are you calling him a dirty dog?
It's a wolf! A lone wolf. I like it. I'm starting to enjoy these little displays. Anyhow. So he made it look like the murder happened while he wasn't there.
Hold it.
Do you have a clear idea of when exactly the murder took place? Not yet. Autopsy report's still pending. And if you still went ahead and arrested Mr. Tangaroa, we may not know when the murder happened, but we know when the body was discovered. It was while Tangaroa was judging Gusteau's room. The perfect alibi if he could set it up just right. But still not grounds for an arrest. Surely you have to agree with that. Do I? Especially when I've got nothing more to say to you. Why do I get the feeling he's hiding something? Detective Bad seems pretty convinced that Mr. Tangaroa is the culprit.
But there's no way he would have vandalized his own creations. No way! Still, the treasure chest did get smashed in. There's no denying that.
Perhaps we should focus more on what led to the body's discovery. Doing so should make it easier to spot the flaw in Detective Bad's theory. Okay. What do we have in our notes? What are the crime scene notes? Victim's body was found in Samson Tangaroa's room inside a chocolate treasure chest. The lid was closed until the ship collapsed. A part of the treasure chest that was covered in blood is missing. Every other item in the room is also missing a piece of itself. The cause of death appears to have been blood loss following blunt force trauma. That's a picture there. The lid was closed until the ship collapsed. Well, he smashed the lid, treasure chest, so the body was in full display. So he did that but it was intact until the ship fell on it, allegedly. So no, that contradicts. I got you now. We've established that the body was hidden inside the chest, and that Miss Bound only came running into the room when she heard a sound. It seems reasonable to infer that the sound was that of the chocolate boat collapsing. Sure, seems likely, based on the evidence. And yet you assert that it was Mr. Tangaroa who had smashed the lid of the chest. I believe this photo makes it clear that it was the ship that did the smashing. And if that had occurred only moments before Miss Bound had entered the room, then it couldn't have been broken by Mr. Tangaroa, who was out judging the contest at the time. I never said he did it then and there. He could have done something to the stand, or so it collapsed when he was in the middle of judging.
Objection.
Have you any way of proving that assertion? Nope, but the investigation isn't over yet. There's still time. So he doesn't have anything conclusive. Have you found any prints in the room besides those of Mr. Tangaroa? Yup, on the door. But we found Tangaroa's and Frost's prints on there, too. We were all brought in here for a briefing, right before we started working on our creations. Those prints are probably from then. I take it you haven't checked any of Mr. Tangaroa's works for prints yet? Why would... We know that somebody tampered with them. Therefore, it's possible they left some prints behind when they did so. Fine. But if we don't find anything, your guy's still top of my list. Got it? Alright, let's see. Let's find out. You! Check all this chocolate stuff for prints. Now!
Yes, sir, right away.
Away I go.
Detective Bad, we finished dusting the chocolate and we found prints that don't belong to Mr. Tangaroa, sir.
Haha! Go on. Whose?
Delicia Scone, sir. She's one of the contestants.
Good work. You can go back to whatever you were investigating before.
Yes, sir.
More of the water. So it seems we have a suspect besides Mr. Tangaroa. Even without your lawyerly input, I wasn't about to wrap up the investigation anyway. I'll go speak to Miss Scone and see what she has to say for herself. Delicia Scone. Mr. Gusteau mentioned her too. She said that she was ruthless, that she'd do anything to win.
This Scone lady sounds like a pretty suspicious character, huh, Mystery?
Yes, I think we better try to speak with her ourselves as well. Detective Bad, would you mind if we accompanied you? Babysitting you is not my job.
Aw, come on!
But I guess you did pick up a couple of useful clues already. So if you want to tag along, be my guest. Thank you, Detective. You're too kind. I bow to you. Alright. Let's get a move on.
But Detective Bad, sir! I don't think that's such a good idea. The lead prosecutor is still busy in there.
It'll be fine. Me and him don't exactly see eye to eye anyhow.
Who is this him? Who did they assign the case to?
Manfred von Karma. Uh-oh.
What? They gave it to Von Karma? He hasn't lost a case in 25 years.
Manfred von Karma, a living legend over at the prosecutor's office. We've never faced one another in the courtroom, but I've heard plenty of stories. They say he'll do anything to ensure a guilty verdict, but I can't let that distract me. For now, I need only continue to do what I believe is right. To be continued. Oh, perfect halfway point. Perfect. Save progress? Yes. Let's save that in here. Investigating Miss Scone's room. One more time, just to be sure. Okay. And go. All right, well, we're just continuing on. Is that Miss Scone? December 24th, 7:30 p.m., contents menu, Scone's room.
Whoa, a candy castle! And look, there are even some little elves to go with it.
Whoa. Oh my god. Room's laid out. Pretty much the same as Tangaroa's.
It's not as cold though, that's something.
Let's see. Yeah, looks like there's a temperature control panel in here too.
Over there, where the orange light is, right?
You better take a closer look at it when we can. It's like a fairy tale storybook in here. And this whipped cream-covered construction must be the work of Miss Delicia Scone. Excuse me. Where is Miss Scone?
Me? Why, I'm over here, dearie. I'm over here, dearie. Oh, just look at you lovely boys. Delicia Scone, at your service. Some cheeky blighters back in Blythe. Some cheeky blighters back in Blythe even called me Miss Delicious.
Called a lovely boy at 34. Unexpected, to say the least.
Lovely boys? Really? Even Mr. E? Oh, yes, dear. You are the detective over there. You're all lovely boys to me.
I'm nobody's lovely boy, lady. Name's Bad. I wonder just how old she is. Finish this up so I can get out of here, Mr. Attorney. Yes, all right. Uh-oh.
What is the meaning of this? Chit-chatting with the defense?
There he is.
Mr. Edgeworth, some scary guy just stepped out of the castle.
Von Karma.
What? He's Manfred von Karma? Eve! Sorry, mannequins!
The notorious Prosecutor von Karma himself. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. von Karma. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law. Bow of respect.
I couldn't care less what your name is. Your job is to lose to me and disappear, never to show your sniveling face again.
What a thoroughly rude individual.
Those piercing eyes, that furrowed brow. Oh, you're even scarier than they say.
And you might want to keep such rude thoughts to yourself, Eddie. We were hoping you might permit us to carry out some brief inquiries, Mr. von Karma.
Huh. And why would I wish to extend you any such courtesy?
This clearly isn't going to be easy.
Is this their first encounter?
Yeah.
So long as your inquiries are limited to this room, I suppose I'll allow it.
Why the sudden change of heart?
You, the tall fellow.
Name's Bad. Is that so hard to remember?
I didn't ask for your opinion. The thoughts of a lowly detective do not concern me. But I do admire your spirit. Bad. See to it that these worms don't step out of line.
Why do I have to?
I'm not offering you a choice, detective. I need to go and look over Gusteau's room.
I forgot to read that last part.
Goodbye.
Great. More babysitting. Why aren't Detective Bad and Mr. von Karma investigating together? They don't seem to know each other well enough for there to be bad blood between them. He just doesn't like anybody, dude. Well, looks like we have permission to investigate. Guess we better get to it. Indeed, I'm not sure I trust Mr. Von Karma's motives, but at least we can do that. At least we can do that much. Hold up, I haven't been over this room yet either. You're not messing it up before I get my chance. You'll have to wait till I'm done.
Huh? But I thought you were the lead detective.
How come you didn't take a look at this room yet? Because I wasn't the first one they assigned. One of Von Karma's pets was on the job before me. Right up until just now, in fact. I got here not long before you did. That answers my question as to why they're working separately, I suppose. Let's say we look over the room together, Detective. It worked out well enough before. Then you won't have to worry about us messing things up. You can keep an eye on us as we go. What kind of screwball attorney asked to have a detective breathing down his neck? Huh. Guess I'm stuck with you for a little while longer.
Yes! You're amazing, Mr. E.
You have our thanks, Detective Bad. Don't be too grateful. This is my scene. The second you get in my way, you're out of here. Of course, we understand. Now, shall we begin? We shall. Begin investigation. Okay, let's see. Let's check in here. We'll go from left to right again. The 4 adorable elves in the sweetest little castle made of sweets. So that's the theme behind Miss Scone's creations, huh? Unlucky for her, things aren't quite as sweet around here as she's trying to make out. How about you, Eddie?
Ah, the thick sweet scent of delicious whipped cream is in the air. It's like a fairy tale, but in real life.
And yet, there he was, standing in the middle of it all with that evil look on his face. This whole experience is wasted on that scary old creep. Come now, Eddie. You can't call people names like that. It's rude.
Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll try to be more careful. It's just, he reminds me of this teacher I once had who was always super angry with me.
A stern school teacher, huh? Now that you mention it, Mr. Von Karma does have that look of one. But I shudder to think what it would be like for Miles to study under him. Oh my god. You don't know the half of it, dude. You don't know the half of it. Some ingredients here? Is that a blowtorch? There's a blowtorch and some chemicals here. I guess it's all for cooking with. I wonder what these chemicals are. Let's take a close look at the labels. Mango Down 911. Homicyanide 247. Wait, they're all poisons?
No, sir, the common colorings and flavorings used in candies and desserts. The food is concentrated mango, boiled down to its purest essence, hence Mango Down.
Mango Down. They're asking for trouble with a name like that. Now I'm curious as to what homicyanide might be. Yeah, what else? What could that be? Other than what I'm thinking it is. Forensics, why are you down there showing your ass?
Don't turn around, don't turn around. If you turn around, you'll eat it. You can't eat the castle. Don't eat the castle.
I guess he's watching his sugar intake. Don't eat the castle. Okay, there's the panel over there. There's a small door on the wall, just like Mr. Tangero's room. Here, I'll open it.
Temperature is 68 degrees. Lights set to green.
Didn't Gusteau say cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees? Temperature in here is too high. 68 degrees. Almost 69, damn it. That is odd. I wonder why. Okay. Some elves. Elves on the shelves. It's a cute little elf made of candy. It's sitting on this little tree stump. Huh. The whipped cream decorations around it are beginning to lose their shape. But the elf seems completely fine. Strange. Okay. What else is here? What is that? Excuse me. These must be the various tools Miss Scone used to build her castle. Buckets filled with cream, trowels, and a brush. Is she a pâtissier or a plasterer?
Don't you go making jokes at my expense, you cheeky young devil! I don't just slap stuff on the walls like a silly old plasterer. I have to spread the cream out lovely and smooth, then work out all the rough patches.
That's really exactly what a plasterer does. Creep.
Says you!
What's the matter? Something weird about this ladder? It's not a ladder, Tip Bad. It's a step ladder. This again. Same difference. Far from it, actually. You know, if you observe the basic natures more, you'd know if you observe their basic natures more closely.
Amazing, Mr. E. I'll have to remember this for the future reference.
Hey, ladders and step ladders. Awarded achievements. All right. I don't know what that achievement was for, but something to do with all looking at all the ladders. The castle. Let me look in the castle. It's an incredible piece of work. Hard to believe this whole castle is made of sugar and cream.
I know, right? It's like we're inside a magical medieval story or something.
I didn't know you were so into such fantastical things.
Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. Didn't mean to get so carried away there.
Oh, no need to apologize. I admire your enthusiasm. I sometimes wish my own son was as animated as you.
You have a son, Mr. E?
I do. He's still in elementary school, and yet he'd rather read a statured book than a fairy tale. I can't help but worry that his interests will make it hard for him to make friends.
Aw. Don't say that. He sounds super interesting. He'll make a ton of friends. Me included, I'm sure.
No, please! He's gonna swallow it, or? He's just gonna swish it around. Huh. I have to think you'd be more of a big brother to him than a friend, Eddie.
A big brother, huh?
Guess I'll have some growing up to do. Better take this more seriously. Indeed. Then with that in mind, shall we continue our investigation? Nook and Cranny! Yeah, okay. Spire? Oh, there's something missing in here? Huh, these pillars. They have hexagonal indentations. Looks like something's supposed to go in there. Well, whatever they were. They're long gone.
Hexagonal indentations, huh? I wonder.
I wonder too. Castle's covered in whipped cream, so maybe a giant strawberry?
A giant strawberry with a hexagonal bottom?
Look, I like strawberries, okay? Can't blame a guy for wishing...
I prefer bananas myself.
The blueberries for me. I like these guys. I like this trio. I'm liking this trio. Anything else here? Stuff in the door. The doors of the castle have been left wide open.
Yeah, was the guy born in the barn? He could have at least closed them behind him.
I'd like to see you say that to Mr. Von Karma's face, Eddie. He's already said like a rude remark, so...
Wait, there's a bunch of stuff inside. Let's see.
Hold it, kid. If anybody's gonna be handling evidence, it'll be me. Oh. Cream's gone all runny. Runny cream. The whipped cream is melting and it will lose its shape at the slightest touch. Why are you standing on it then? It's all over the detective's shoes. Oh, I see. Got it. Why are all these items being stored in the Candy Castle? All right. Tell me what you wanted me to look at first. Look at the sheets there? There's a bunch of blue cloth back there. 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls altogether. Well, they certainly aren't made of candy. No idea what this stuff is for. Almost looks like somebody hid it in here. And I think I've seen fabric of the same color somewhere else before. Oh, wait. Yeah, you know what? Wait, yeah, look at that. Look at the photo there. Wait, you could see it on the next slide there. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Haha. But it's only one, though, so. Okay, some... oh, hexagons. Too big. Rock crystals. Looks like somebody was using the castle for storage.
Kinda expected something a little more exciting behind these doors. Oh, I know. Maybe they're giant uncut gemstones. Like the movie Uncut Gems. Adam Sandler. And maybe the whole thing is based on a story about a castle with a priceless treasure hidden inside.
I think I'd treat my priceless treasures with a little more care. There's something on the bottom of them. Looks like a little stand or something. Yeah, there it is. Rock crystal stands. For some reason, there are stands mounted on the bottom of the rock crystals we found inside the Candy Castle.
I was right. They are gemstones. The stands must be so they can be put on display.
Well, whatever they are, it seems they're not just a large set of paperweights. Okay. So we know that much now. So we could technically do this. First and foremost. Rock crystal stands and hexagonal imitations. Do ba-bam. The rock crystal stands at the pillars in front of the castle feature the same hexagonal shape. I believe the crystals are meant to be placed on top of the pillars. Oh yeah! Hexagon to hexagon, that makes perfect sense! But if that's the case, then why were they being hidden inside the castle? Okay. Took a while. The rolls of blue cloth and the rock crystals inside the castle. I imagine both must belong to Miss Scone. Miss Scone, what were you doing? What were you using the items inside the castle for?
Oh, those? Sorry, Lambkin, but I'm not allowed to say.
Let me guess. Von Karma?
Eek, how did you know? Please don't ask me to tell you. It'll have my guts for garters.
It seems the prosecution really has no intention of sharing anything with the defense. Man, thought we were onto something with those giant rock crystals, but...
What's that, dearie? You're interested in my little trinkets?
Your trinkets?
Yes, my sweet. I use them to make people all lovely and relaxed.
You use rock crystals and cloths to do that?
I do. It's wonderful. You should see it. And they're not just any old rock crystals either. They're great big lumps of salt with lights inside them.
Wow, those things are lamps?
Oh, that's not even the half of it. Those cloths hold an even more exciting secret.
She really opened up the moment we started talking about her trinkets.
Since you're here, why don't I give you lovely boys a taste of my relaxation magic, Oh, Batty Bumpkin, can you get it all out and set it up for me?
The name is bad.
Is that a no? Why are you being so selfish, Batty Bumpkin?
Batty Bumpkin. You! Have you finished taking photos of the room yet? Yes, sir, we have, sir. And help Miss Scone with something, will you? Yes, sir, right away, sir.
Oh, you're a sweetheart at heart, aren't you, Batty Bee?
That's amazing, Miss Scone. You got to do exactly what you wanted. That's some talent. He's standing there like...
Thank you ever so much, Battykins. And you, Officer Lovely.
She's even giving nicknames to the forensics guys now. I guess it's her way of showing that she cares. So, what about this is supposed to be relaxing exactly?
Oh, don't be such a big sourpuss, Batty Bee. The fun's only just beginning. Officer Lovely, you can switch it on now.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. Oh! Ooh! Delicious and lovely. Oh, I see. Huh. Wow! It's beautiful! It is. I wish my son were here to see it. He's not dead, he's just at school.
It is, though. Isn't it just wonderful? The 4 adorable elves and the sweetest little castle made of sweets. That's my theme, you see. And I thought it would be extra lovely if it was all lit up. Isn't it the nicest thing you've ever seen?
Well, the elves must be feeling a little left out.
This is how it was supposed to look for the contest, but I'm glad you lovely boys got to see it at least. Wait, shouldn't the lamps be lit up too? What's happened there, I wonder?
I think we better take a look at the lamps and the elves one more time. One more time.
One more time.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on, let's take a look at this first. The doors look nicely decorated now thanks to the beautiful cloth around it. Cloth which we found inside the castle. A welcoming doorway makes a welcoming home. That's just common sense for us detectives. Says the man who just trampled over the castle's entranceway. But I'll hold my tongue for now. I'll hold it for now. The door's closed. My shoes are already covered in cream. I wouldn't go any closer unless you wanted the same thing that happened to you. You've seen what's behind those doors. There's really no need to look again. Hey. So Miss Scone had actually intended to use these lamps in a display. Then why were they just stashed inside the castle? Maybe because they're broken. Except, there's plenty of other places she could have put them. The best place to hide some salt is in some sugar. Is that how it goes? Or perhaps the best place to hide a tree is in a forest. Anyway, if her intention was to put these salt lamps in a file display, that contradicts a certain piece of evidence in my possession. I'll need to point it out by making a deduction. Oh, which one? But what about this one? The lamps appear to be broken. Bulbs are smashed, both of them. Maybe they fell and broke on the floor. Look, there's a red stain on the one on the left. It's not just a stain. That's... Yep. It's blood, all right. I could smell it. Yep. What? What? Why is there blood on this lamp? Could it have something to do with why its bulb is broken? You better take a closer look at the other one too. Oh, we did? What do I have in my possession right now? That's the blunt force trauma, right? So can I deduce this with the crime scene notes? Look at this, Detective Bad. Don't you think it's a little strange? No, it's you who's a little strange. Maybe you need a little blood sugar boost. Gets the brain working. How about a lolly? $2 a pop. That's a bit steep. Anyways, is it just me, or isn't there something in the evidence that these decorations go against? Is there? What's my logic right now? Blood force trauma and the bloody lamp? It's going to connect it that way? Okay, cool. Cool. We know that the victim was struck and killed with something blunt, and we found blood on one of the lamps, which has a smashed bulb inside. Could the lamp not have been the murder weapon? For sure! It could definitely do enough damage to kill someone. You, science guy. Bill Nye, did you finish analyzing the blood from the lamp yet?
Yes, sir. Just got it done a minute ago, sir. The blood is the victim's, no doubt about it.
And there you have it. A salt lamp found in Scone's room stained with the victim's blood. So the murder weapon was hidden in Miss Scone's room. I'm begging to think we may need to add her to our list of suspects. Runny cream at high temperature. That's why it's runny. Hooray! The whipped cream in this room is collapsing because the temperature is too high. It's 68 degrees. My messed up shoes can vouch for that. And yet... When you opened the doors to the castle, the handles themselves were just fine. Yeah, they were sturdier than expected. Sturdy? That's not the way I would describe most things made of confectionaries. I think we better take another look at those handles, don't you? Huh? What? What are you talking about? What the? I think it's safe to say those handles aren't made of candy. It's not just the handles. The whole castle, the little elves. They're all just plastic models with whipped cream smeared on them.
What? So none of this is confectionery art after all?
No, it's simply made to look like candy, with the cream having been added to lend it all an air of authenticity.
Cheating?
Cheating? Fake confections. Scone's confections were all fakes. What was she up to? I don't know. Is it time to talk to her about it? Oh, hold on. Let's see this elf here. Cute little elf made of candy. It's sitting on the little tree stump. The fabric above it and the other decorations around it really add to the dreamlike atmosphere. Stared at it for too long, we might get swept up in the fantasy ourselves. Yeah, well, our job is to stay right here in reality and get to the bottom of all this. Nobody's getting swept up in any flights of fancy on my watch. Okay, dude, jeez, dude. We looked at that already. Why is this one missing a fabric thing? This elf doesn't have an illuminated cloth over it like the others. It's not fair to leave the poor guy out, Miss Scone.
Well, I didn't want to, did I, dear? But one of my cloths and one of my little machines went missing.
Cloth and... what sort of machine exactly?
Oh, you'll never guess how it all works. Those luminous cloths are connected to these little thingamajigs. They're all called, full-spectrum light-emitting devices.
Full-spectrum LEDs?
They send light down the main cable and into each optical fiber strand. That's what makes the cloth glow. With a little bit of fiddling, you can change the light to any color in the whole wide world. Bright red like ferocious, fiery flames. Cold blue like clinking crystals of ice. They have these special batteries that last for donkey's years, and they don't mind the cold at all.
Forgive me, so these machines, they're what makes the special luminous cloth light up in all those beautiful colors, Mystery. I see. So much new technology, I can barely keep up. So these light-emitting devices, you lost one of them, and a piece of luminous cloth?
That's right, Lambkin. Heaven only knows where they could have gone to. This cloth, it could have something to do with the case? Yes, of course. Luminous cloth. Okay. Got that. So now... Can I talk to Bad about this? What can I talk to him about? What is it? Notice anything? Room's laid out the same as Tangaroa's. Does anything else strike you as strange? Don Karma was inside the castle. Must have been looking around in there. Who knows? Maybe he had a reason to. Why were his shoes covered in cream? And what about Miss Scone? Does she seem suspicious to you? She's hiding something. I bet my badge on it. Call it Detective's Intuition. Detective's Intuition, huh? Well, I have to say, I don't disagree. Something's not right here. I think we better hear Miss Scone's side of the story. About the investigation. Now that we know more, we should probably take another look at a few things. Agreed. The luminous cloth, the elves, and the lamps. I think all three might merit a second glance. Why were they in the castle? More to the point, why were they hidden inside the castle? Something stinks, and it's not all this cream that's going bad. It's scone. We should look over the scene again and see if we can uncover anything new. Okay, but we have done that. So now let's actually talk to Miss Scone. It took a while. What's the matter, Miss Scone? You seem a whole lot less cheerful than you were a minute ago. Is it Mr. Von Karma? Did something happen between you two? Why, yes. Nothing happened at all. Huh? But you just said yes. That was a hello yes, you silly boy. Oh, you're just the sweetest little sugar dumpling. Remind me, what was your name again? Oh, Eddie. Eddie Lumpkin. Oh, you'll go far, dearie, I can tell. Eddie Lumpkin? It seems our English gentlewoman has taken a liking to you, Eddie. No small compliment. She's not exactly what I picture when I think of a gentlewoman, Mystery. Never mind that now. We should ask her a few questions while we can. Let's do it. What were you doing during the contest? Could you tell us what you did over the course of the contest? Of course, dearie. Let's see. It all started at about 10 in the morning. That's when we were set to work. And, well, I spent most of the time here in my room, getting everything ready, as you expect. Oh, and then there was a lovely afternoon tea for an hour or so from around 1, I think. Afternoon tea? It's an English tradition. A chance to drink tea, enjoy a snack, and make small talk. So, kind of like recess? I suppose you could say that. Oh, you really don't know your onions, don't you, Greggy Pegleg? You're such a clever boy. When did I become Greggy? And where was this afternoon tea served? Oh, out in the garden, of course. There's a lovely little one just outside. They do it at the same hour every break time during the contest. Lay on a nice little spread, you know. Huh. But today only me, Samson Sillypants, and Moody Judy were there for it. Sammy Poopul had already finished the big creation, so he was there the whole time. A poor old Chillywinks and Gusty Pants had to miss out because they hadn't finished yet. Bless them. You're saying everybody except Mr. Frost and Mr. Gusto was present? That's right, dear. Tell you the truth, I hadn't finished yet either. But I wasn't about to miss out on tea and cakes served by our two TV superstars. I went right back to work when I finished, though. Tootled off while the others were still nattering away. And at any point during the contest, did you visit any of the other competitors' rooms? Well, no, dearie, don't be silly. That's strange, because their fingerprints were found in Mr. Tangaroa's room. Eek, cockhead red-handed.
Wait, so you admit you were there?
Oh, well, I can hardly deny it now, can I? But I didn't kill anybody, I swear. I suppose I'd better tell you what really happened. Just promise you'll believe me, won't you, dear? Sure, what really happened? Just go ahead and say it. Just go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it, why don't you? Hold on. Okay. Right. What exactly were you doing in Mr. Tangaroa's room? Well, I was, suppose you call it research. Research? Sammy Poople's a dab hand when it comes to the old sweet making. Everybody knows that. So when I noticed that there was no one in there, I just popped in for a quick bit of research, like I say. Confectionery research. Research. Scone visited another contestant's room in the name of research. What kind of research leaves fingerprints? Yes, well, it stands to reason I'd leave fingerprints, doesn't it? After all, it's hardly research if you don't have a little nibble now, is it?
What? You ate little pieces of them?
So, the traces of tampering in Mr. Tangaroa's room. That was all you? I'm ever so sorry, sweeties. I didn't mean to make a mess. I had to take a little bite here and there, didn't I?
Ads starting soon.
I didn't want
Use 'em
poor...
or lose 'em. Your viewers, that is.
I didn't want poor Sammy Poople getting upset, so it was just the teeniest bits and pieces.
And the stand holding up the ship, you took a bite out of that too, I suppose?
Oh, yes, dear. Of course I did.
God, it was you. You brought the whole thing crashing down.
Eek, I'm sorry, my lovely. Truly I am.
Hold on, is that why you left the afternoon tea early? You were heading out for a second helping of sweets?
Look, just please believe me. I never killed anybody, I promise.
Her actions were certainly suspicious, but that's about all we can say for now. Okay, let's pause here for ads real quick. Pause for the ads, and when we come back... is my time synced up? What's my time right now? 10 seconds behind? No wonder I was a little late. I am so sorry, everybody.
Ads starting now.
Alright, let's get those ads run in. Get a snack, get some water. Get this time on my... I don't know why my Windows clock keeps drifting out of sync. I don't know why that is. Anybody else have that problem? I don't know why. Maybe it's my BIOS battery that's going bad. I don't know. All right, I will be right back. I need to get some water. I'll be right back. I'm back. That happened to my laptop and its BIOS battery is basically dead. It would think it's not in my region or like 30 years in the future or something. No, I checked mine. It was 10 seconds behind. It like drifts slowly out of sync. I don't know why. Well, maybe that's a BIOS thing. Perhaps. I'll tell you what right now. My PC has been alright and it's gone for several days now without randomly shutting off. So, knock on wood, that doesn't happen. Doesn't happen at all anymore, ideally, but you never know. Okay, let's see. Bam, boom, bam, boom, bam, 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 bam. So just catching up on some stuff here. Lol. Lol. Alright. Hey, welcome back from ads. Welcome back. Okay, time is exact. Great. Okay, welcome back. Should we present her with the, with some stuff? Salt lamp?
Oh, look at that! Don't you have the loveliest toys, Greggy Pegleg? But that color, oh no, that won't do. Here, let me put a lovely splodge of cream on it.
But please stop that. A splooge of cream? The key. Do you know anything about the key? Do you know anything about the seal? Anything about the finger marks? Yes, that's you. Oh wait, hold on. Contest rules. No, nothing. Anything about the cloth? No.
You've got quite the eye, haven't you, dearie? You'll be amazed at how it works. Actually, never mind. Can't give away my secrets now, can I?
Well, that was strange. What just happened? Did Mr. Von Karma bully her into staying silent about what she knows? Well, we know about this now already, but... Okay. What exactly am I missing here? What's in my logic? Confectionery research fake confections? Maybe? Hey! Nope. I really thought I had something. Go back to the beginning. Okay, no. No. Anything else here? 68 degrees. Not 69. Tragic. Tragic indeed. Oops. Anything? What say you about the salt lamp? No, no. 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 I'll just time out poops forever, Ian. It seems to be a little doubt that this is the murder weapon. Whacking a guy with something like this makes me think it was a spur-of-the-moment thing. And who had easy access to the lamp? Our little lady friend, that's who. Something's rotten in this house of candied sweets. Could Mrs. Scone be hiding something? The cloth. I like your opinion on this if you don't mind. I do. If there's one thing I hate, it's small talk. Yep. Nobody cares about things that are directly related to the incident. I know. Engine key. Empty notes. This case, well, I can't get my head around a few parts of it. If you wouldn't mind, okay. Heard this before. You got legs, don't you? Lol. Why don't they... It's because we're in a different room they consider this different dialogue. Okay, what's can I do? This to... No, I already did this. Hold on. What do I have in my events here? What? Oh, I see. Contest rules is judging all contestants must gather non-confectionery items may not be used as decoration. Stands and display materials will be provided. So yeah, that's you're cheating. Miss Scone is cheating. Miss Scone is cheating. Take a look at the list of rules for the contest, detective. Non-confectionery items may not be used as decoration. That means the salt lamps and the luminous cloths would both have been against the rules. Aha! Is that why they were stashed away inside the castle? I think we need to dig a little further into this with Miss Scone before we can say for sure. Aha! 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 Lol. Ma'am? 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 Know about the rules, ma'am? Wait, oh, do we have to connect it first? Okay, hold on. fake confection, scones rule breaking. There you go. Kabam! Alright. Not only did she use decorations that were against the rules, she didn't even make any real sweets. Miss Scone made a mockery of the rules. Yeah, guess she is not gonna get crowned world's greatest now. And why is it so warm in here? Do you think it's got something to do with all this? Miss Scone's so-called creations were all fake plastic models covered with a thick layer of whipped cream. That's a good question. I think we better go ask Miss Scone herself. Alright, now let's do it. Now we go. Temperature of the room. Miss Scone, why is the temperature of your room set to 68 degrees? Because I hate the cold, don't I, dearie? And besides, being chilly's no good for a girl. So if I want to keep my fresh-faced complexion, I've got to be careful about these things. We ladies have to stay young, don't you know? How old is she really, though? That's what I'd like to know. It's not polite to speculate on a person's age, Eddie. Don't ask a woman her age. With that being said, what's your weight? But most of your work is made out of whipped cream, and whipped cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees or it starts to deflate.
Is that so, dearie? Well, silly me, eh? I've only gone and made a whoopsie.
Wait, she really didn't know that? Lack of knowledge. Scone doesn't seem to know basic facts about making confectionery. Damn. World-class confectioner, my foot. Lab geek my ass. Not only did she break the rules by using fake candy, she's ignorant of basic facts about her supposed craft. Miss Scone grew more mysterious by the minute. Right. So can we present that then? Fake! Oh, okay, well. Can we... Do we get more deduction stuff? Oh, that's why she did the research. Yes. That is the reason. Miss Scone appears to lack basic knowledge about how confectionery is created. And she says that she snuck into another entrance room for research purposes. Hardly the actions of a world-class confectioner competing for a major prize. Yeah, not how to picture a top pro acting. Does she maybe just lack a little confidence, or was she not actually a confectioner at all? Perhaps she had another agenda altogether. After all, we only have her word for it that she went into the room to do some research. Wait, you mean maybe she went in there to commit a murder? There's no way of saying so for certain just yet. But she is hiding something. That much I'm certain of. Complete! Alright, give me my life back. Get the shit out of here. That's enough investigating for now, don't you think? Yes, we've certainly found plenty of interest. Something's been bothering me for a while now. Mr. Von Karma would have surely found the murder weapon when he researched this room. And yet, he didn't attest Miss Scone. He didn't even seem interested in questioning her. I think our first priority should be to find out what he's really up to. Detective Bad, I have a few things I'd like to ask Mr. Von Karma. Me too. Him and Scone.
Eek! How could you, Betty Bumpkin? Stop staring at me like that!
It appears Detective Bad is just as suspicious of Mr. Von Karma and Miss Scone as I am. Miss Scone, would you be so kind as to accompany us?
Of course, dearie. Oh, where are we off to?
To find Mr. Von Karma. Let's do it. December 24th, 8:05 p.m. Took about an hour. Contest venue, fountain room. There he is. Found him. We can go home now. Mr. Von Karma, we'd like to speak with you if that's alright.
No! Judging by your faces, I'm guessing you found the murder weapon.
We did. It was in Miss Scone's room. Which means that Mr. Tangaroa should no longer be the only person of interest.
Huh. Nonsense. It doesn't matter where the weapon was found. Tangaroa is guilty. And as long as this is my case, guilty he shall remain.
How can you be so sure of Mr. Tangaroa's guilt? You have an explanation, I assume? Why the murder weapon was in Miss Scone's room?
Of course I do. I'd be delighted to share it with you.
He'd be delighted, he says. He would be absolutely delighted. The murder weapon.
Tangaroa killed Frost with one of the Scone's salt lamps in order to frame her for the murder. To complete the deception, he took it back to her room once the deed was done. After all, if it had been found near the victim's body, Tangaroa would have seemed doubly suspicious. A body may be hard to move, but a murder weapon, considerably less so. and that is why there was no piece of evidence on the scene that pointed to a particular suspect.
I could. Oh. Why do you do that? So it's your assertion that Mr. Tangaroa took the salt lamp back to Miss Scone's room?
It is indeed. But it is more than that. It is more than assertion. It is a fact, based on my own investigation.
You mean you have proof that he did so?
I don't need any such thing. If you have a rebuttal, I'd be happy to hear it. But I highly doubt you'll be able to fault my logic.
You may have regretted that already. Tangaroa killed Frost with one of Scone's salt lamps in order to frame her for the murder.
Hold it.
The proof is I made it the frick up. So he took one of the salt lamps from Miss Scone's room back to his own.
Indeed. He prepared it beforehand, knowing that it would be the perfect weapon to which to kill Frost.
We found the lamp in Miss Scone's room. Surely this casts Miss Scone herself as in a suspicious light.
Perhaps if you would let me finish. Now, as I was saying.
To complete the deception, he took it back to her room once the deed was done.
Hold it.
Hold it. I like Gregory's little hold it. Objection. You're talking about the lamp made of rock salt that was hidden inside the Candy Castle, correct?
Precisely. I was the one who found it. So be grateful. It's thanks to me you even had such a vital piece of evidence.
What made you go inside the castle in the first place, if you don't mind me asking? Good point. Maybe you just wanted to see what it was like in there.
Objection! Fools! You think I went in there on a whim? I went in there because detectives are an incompetent lot, so I investigated it myself.
But it had nothing to do with the initial investigation. That's right. Detective Bad wasn't a part of this investigation until very recently.
If you want my trust, detective, you'll have to earn it. And a good first step would be to stop wasting my time. Now, if you'll allow me to continue.
Had been found near the victim's body, Tangaroa would have seemed doubly suspicious. If it had been found near the victim's body, Tangaroa would have seemed doubly suspicious.
Hold it.
Hold it. But he came under suspicion anyway, due to the body being in his room. So why... Oh.
Would you like to hear a favorite expression of mine? Even a dog can hold still and stay. Now let me finish.
If only I could say the same to you. Then do it. You won't. A body may be hard to move, but a murder weapon, considerably less so.
Hold it.
So you think he hit the body in the chest, but removed the murder weapon from the scene of the crime?
Yes, He foolishly believed in his own creation to be the perfect hiding place.
Eek, I'm sorry, I had to help myself.
I think you mean you couldn't help yourself, no? She doesn't seem very sorry to me.
In any case, the weapon was taken away, while the body remained at the scene of the crime.
And that is why there is no piece of evidence on the scene that pointed to a particular suspect.
Hold it.
Now wait,
But if there's no proof, how can you say for certain that Mr. Tangaroa is the culprit?
Is that the best you can do at pressing me? Listen here. The presence of the body in Tangaroa's room is in itself proof enough of his guilt.
Objection.
And you didn't even find evidence pointing to any other possible suspects? Perhaps you should take another look. You might...
You really don't give up, do you? There is no need to take another look. Tangaroa is guilty. End of story. If you insist on asserting otherwise, then show me some proof to back up your ridiculous claims.
I have to think back over the scene of the crime. If Mr. Tangaroa really isn't guilty, then there must be something that points to somebody else. Pressing Mr. Von Karma on any of his statements won't have much of an effect, I fear. My only hope is to find a piece of evidence that contradicts his claims. I do know. And why would you make that statement, like, right there? And that is why there is no piece of evidence. Really now. Really.
Objection.
You wouldn't say this? You wouldn't say this? This cloth? It's true that the murder weapon and the blood-stained chocolate were removed from the scene of the crime, but something else remained that does point to one person in particular. Take another look at the photograph, the body, if you will. The cloth covering the victim's lower half. Is that not one of the same luminous cloths we found in Miss Scone's room?
what's that, dearie? One of my lovely colorful cloths? At the scene of the crime, you say?
Luminous cloth? Nonsense! I see no light to speak of.
I guess he doesn't know how it works. It may look like ordinary fabric at first glance, but attach one of these light-emitting devices, and the difference soon becomes apparent.
Oh, he's sweating.
Look at his face. I don't think he was suspecting that. But the fact that the cloth can be lit up is neither here nor there. We have to show why it's important. One of the rolls of cloth from Miss Scone's room went missing. And if you look closely at the blue cloth in the picture, wouldn't you say it's clearly made of the same material, Mr. Von Karma? The salt lamp and the luminous cloth both belong to Miss Scone, and seeing as the body was wrapped in said cloth, surely even you have to admit that's suspicious. Mr. Von Karma, I think it's time to accept that a number of factors point to Miss Scone as a person of interest.
Eek! Craigie Pegleg, how could you? You're accusing me of all people.
I'm not accusing you of anything just yet, but I do think you're hiding something.
That's not...
Oh,
Just to clarify, your assertion is that both the murder weapon and the cloth were in Miss Scone's room prior to the murder?
exactly. Is something funny?
Only that you've walked so carelessly into my trap card. Neither the cloth nor the murder weapon were in fact in her room. So sorry to have to break it to you.
What does he mean?
Tangaroa spotted them before the contest began, and noted that the lamps and cloths contravened the rules. He subsequently confiscated them, and took them to his own room for safekeeping.
What?
Then, after the contest began, nobody saw hide nor hair of Frost, and he had secluded himself in his room. And the only person capable of entering his locked room was Tangaroa, possessing as he did the only key. And as you now know, he was also in possession of the lamp used to commit the murder. So you see, I have had everything I need to get Tangaroa convicted all along. Well, how does it feel to have lost to me before even setting foot in the courtroom?
This can't be happening.
Wait, all our hard work was for nothing? Miss Scone, why didn't you tell us your stuff was confiscated by Mr. Tangaroa? Well, dear, Mannequin said that if I spilled the beans, I end up being the one under suspicion.
Mr. Von Karma said that?
And he wasn't wrong now, was he? You two accused me yourselves just a second ago.
Pathetic.
Curse you, Von Karma. You led us to the murder weapon knowing we'd make certain assumptions as a result.
One more thing, my pathetic friend. There are two, and only two, sets of fingerprints on the murder weapon.
Two?
Yes, those of Delicia Scone and Samson Tangaroa. No others were found. Tangaroa used the lamp he had confiscated to murder Frost, and was foolish enough to hide it in Scone's room without first removing his fingerprints. At this rate, no one will even need to testify. My perfect evidence will do all the talking for me as I secure his guilty verdict.
Objection!
But wait! What about the luminous cloth that was left behind in Mr. Tangaroa's room?
Huh, what about it? He probably meant to return it after disposing of the body.
I don't have enough to disprove any of what he's saying.
No more pitiful objections? Then get out of my sight and close the door behind you.
Mr. E!
I'm not about to just give up.
I see you mean to waste more of my time. Bad. Escort them off the premises now.
Oh,
This investigation is not over yet.
Detective Bad.
What is the meaning of this?
Sorry, I'm not in the habit of leaving cases half solved. There's still one last thing from the crime scene we still haven't identified. Oh, he's right. We still have the evidence of somebody's activities to account for.
We can discuss your lingering doubts at our leisure, Detective. But whatever they might be, they're no business of the defense.
Objection!
I beg to differ. There's a piece of evidence I'm still not satisfied about either, and I suspect it might be the same thing that's bothering Detective Bad.
What?
This is the unidentified something that was left in Mr. Tangaroa's room. In his room? Oh! Yeah. In his room, yeah. Take that! There are finger marks on one of the Mr. Tangaroa's creations. Supposing they belong to the murderer, it could certainly explain how the prints didn't end up on the murder weapon.
How do you know so much about the crime scene?
Because I let them look around. Aha!
You let the defense examine the scene, Bad? Are you out of your mind?
I don't remember you telling me not to.
Insolent worm. You would do well to remember this then, Detective. That the results of your next salary review are up to me. Oof.
Detective Bad's in trouble now, too.
I'm sure glad you're my boss, Mr. Edgeworth. And you do well to remember that the results of your salary review are up to your performance here.
Huh. A mere attorney uncovering such a fact based on a cursory investigation. I'm almost impressed. But it's entirely possible that those finger marks belong to Tangaroa. After all, he wore gloves while preparing his creations.
Objection.
He doesn't have an accent. I'm giving him an accent. But can you prove conclusively that the finger marks are his? Furthermore, there's still something about Miss Scone that doesn't add up.
Is there? Or are you simply not prepared to admit defeat?
Oh, stop it, Greggy. Stop it. Why are you being so mean to your poor old pal Delicia? I owned up to nibbling poor Sammy Poopo's sweeties. What more do you want?
I don't want to have to make you a suspect. That much is certain. But you lied to us. And you're still not telling us everything.
Greggy, stop it. Stop bullying me.
I'm sorry, but you don't even know the temperature whipped cream should be kept at. What kind of professional confectioner doesn't know something as fundamental as that?
I'm sorry, alright? I'm sorry, I'm just a silly, muddle-headed girl. What more do you want me to say?
I don't think you're muddle-headed at all. I think that you were never a confectioner in the first place.
Oh. Enough! I'll thank you to keep your baseless accusations to yourself. Evidence is everything in the courtroom, in case you've forgotten.
Yeah, you don't have any? Dickhead?
If you're going to accuse a witness of perjury, then I demand you present something to back it up.
And you don't need to do that? But this isn't the courtroom, is it? Nevertheless, what proof do I have that Miss Scone doesn't know the first thing about making desserts? It would have to be the fake confessions, the fakes that we found, right? All the fakes. Every single one of Miss Scone's creations breaks the rules of the contest.
The offending items, the cloths and the lamps, were duly confiscated as we have established, and the witness did not go and bring them back to her room herself.
Objection!
But those weren't the only rule-breaking items in her room.
What?
The entire fantastical world Miss Scone created, every last bit of it, it's all just a collection of plastic models slathered in whipped cream. That cream is the only authentic confectionery in the room. No real world title contender would ever stoop so low.
Is this true, Bad?
Yep, saw it with my own eyes. Stepped in it with my own shoes. Yeah, why didn't his shoes get... Yeah. Did we finally convince him? With her lies exposed like this, surely he can't continue to deny the facts. Miss Scone, your actions place you firmly on our list of suspects.
But no, dear. I'm no killer.
Then why don't you finally start telling us the truth? Who are you really, and why were you tampering with your rival's work?
All right.
Oh? All right?
The truth is, I'm not the adorable little cook you see before you. I'm actually a pharmacist, if you can't believe it.
A pharmacist? I can't blame him for being so surprised. This couldn't be further from what we'd imagined. So what's somebody in your line of work doing entering a contest like this one?
Well, I just love eating sweeties, if you must know. And Sammy Poopo's sweets are the best, or so they say. I just had to enter. I didn't mean to end up make it all the way to the final.
Even Mr. Von Karma is lost for words.
That's it?
That's the only reason you're here?
Yes, dearie, and it was worth it. Samson Silly Pants' sweeties are the tastiest treats I ever did eat.
And the finger marks? Were you the one wearing the gloves?
Eve? No, that wasn't me, dear. I don't even wear gloves.
Remember, Miss Scone's fingerprints were found elsewhere on Mr. Tangaroa's other creations. I'd say that points to her not having worn any gloves.
Exactly, Lambkin. Greggy Peglegs got the right end of the stick. I'm an innocent woman.
Well,
is your head filled with cream too?
Eek! Sorry, Mannykins.
Her head may not be filled with cream, but she's certainly no master of subterfuge. Miss Scone, were Mr. Tangaroa's works the only ones you sampled?
No, dear. I couldn't help myself. When I'd finished my afternoon tea, I tiptoed over to Chillywink's room for his little taste too.
Oh, you were in the victim's room too?
Yes, dear. Nobody was in there, you see.
Quite possibly because the occupant was already dead.
But I could only stomach one little bite. I never tasted anything so salty in all my life. So I had myself one of the tasty star-shaped bits off to the side to cleanse my palate.
You have quite the sweet tooth, don't you, Miss Scone? Indeed. What didn't she sample?
That's everything, I promise. Greggy Peggles, mannequins. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make a mess of things.
As long as what you told us is the truth, that's all that matters in the end.
Do not think for a second that this means I myself believe you. I'm going to investigate the victim's room now. We'll see how truthful you've really been after I'm through.
Mr. Von Kamba, please let us accompany you. I think it's only fair that we be allowed to investigate the veracity of our conclusions.
Accompany me if you like, but don't think for a second you'll be permitted to conduct your own investigation.
We'd like to accompany you all the same. Aha. December 24th, 9 p.m. Pretty late. Contest venue, Frost's room.
What is the meaning of this?
What? Oh my god. We got the Frost room. We saw nada. It was all gone. The whole enchilada. Was this the work of the culprit? A dead body hidden in the chocolate chest? A murder weapon moved mysteriously to another room? This case was a real peach. It's going to take some serious sleuthing to get to the bottom of it all. Huh. Okay. To be continued. Dude, damn. Okay. Save? Yeah, I guess. What do we do now? Yeah, we're about like 2.5 hours in. I know we're gonna go over. I usually like to keep these around like 3 hours or so. That's just kind of how it goes with these first cases, huh? We're in the ladder. No, we're in the middle. We're in the middle of this this case here. We're in the middle. Let's see. What shall we do? What shall we do? I think. You know what I think? I think we should probably leave it here for now. Should probably leave it here for now. And we'll get to this next time. Sorry for the shorter than usual stream. My voice is starting to go. These voices are beginning to be a lot on me. I gave Bat a really low voice. Von Karma's got his voice. So I think it's best to leave it here for now. Sorry for the shorter stream, everybody, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'd like to give another thanks to Hi-Fi for the tier 1 sub for 5 months. Thank you very much. And before stream, we had a little Ko-Fi donation from Mr. Pieminster of $30. Thank you, dude. Thank you. You pushed us over the top and got us to the karaoke stream. Now we're working towards personality quizzes stream. And once again, here are the goals for the birthday support-a-thon. This is going on all month, and maybe a little bit of September since I actually missed the beginning of the month kicking off this support-a-thon. So yeah, that's what we're working towards. Right now, we are at this. We're working towards this here, the personality quizzes. And yeah, here's all the other incentives to whet your whistle, to whet your appetite. And the last one being here, an ASMR stream. Again, if we make it anywhere close to our goal here, that would be amazing. But the fact that we have this much now is is completely. I'm baffled. I'm beyond words at this point. I'm speechless. So thank you again very much, everybody. Thank you for your support so far, and thank you for being here. Thank you for your love and support today. Let's go. Oh, by the way, if you want to keep up with everything I'm doing, here's the Discord if you want to join it. Oops, I forgot the exclamation point. Discord, right there. If you have social media, you have the Twitter, you have the Blue Sky, you have Threads for all one person that's using it, and also the rest of my socials on this site here. You can find me at anywhere that has the name BeastFighter1 or BeastFighter1YT. Because for some reason BeastFighter1 was taken on TikTok. And yeah. that'll do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for for watching. Let's go and raid into live. Okay, let's say hi to. Let's say hi to Sega. The Sega Master. The Sega Master. They're doing a... It's their 6th year, I believe? 6th year anniversary? 6-year stream backlog. They're doing a capped marathon. They've been running the stream nonstop. They're at hour 30 right now. Thank you for being here, Simple. Thank you for being here, everybody. Thank you. Appreciate it so much. Yeah, let's go right into Sega. The Sega Master. There we go. Copy whichever raid message suits you, which one you have access to, whichever one you want to use. Just know that I love you either way. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I will see you here tomorrow back here for some Sply Day or Splatai Day. We're going to do the Splatfest because Saturday we're doing Mega Reg P Pieminster's Pokemon Champions Tournament. I will be a part of that. For at least for the first day. If I make it to top 8, then I'll be in the second day. But for sure, that is on Saturday. Mega Reg P. Be there. That's bright and early at 10 a.m. Eastern. I'll probably be live a little before that too. But for now, tomorrow's stream is the next one. For the Splatfest, we start at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, 4 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. British Summer Time, 11 p.m. Central European Summer Time. So I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for watching. And as always... You don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. Okay, bye everybody, bye-bye. And Simple will be there too, so Simple will be there in the tournament. Good luck, man. All right, bye everybody. See you tomorrow.